I arrived in Tokyo with no plans and decided to Google what are people's favorite things to do in Japan. Immediately a Reddit post came up with hundreds of suggestions, so after scrolling through all of them, I picked out 5 suggestions to try out over the next 5 days, and here's how it went. Hello, welcome to day 1 of taking Reddit recommendations. BTCom808 says all the vending machines. Also, many posts, including Dom Blake 83, says 7-Eleven. So today is 7-Eleven and vending machine day. Walking through 7-Eleven was such a borderline spiritual experience. It's lunchtime, and so conveniently this store has the best snacks, ready-to-eat meals, and drinks that I've ever seen in my whole life. I also tried to hit up the ATM to get some cash for the vending machines, but my card wasn't working. Your girl went to 7-Elevens. I was dedicated to try to get some Japanese yen for these vending machines. My credit card and debit card were just not having it with the ATMs, but it was working fine when paying for anything else. It's okay. I'm fine. I'm fine. Let's try this 7-Eleven food. I got 2 things. A rice roll and then another rice roll. The rice roll with Spam was okay, but the tuna rice roll was so good. I can eat these and onigiris for the rest of my life and be so happy. Then while walking to our first vending machine, I found this interesting mall with a cute bookstore, so of course I had to go in. Okay, after a lot of procrastination, there's a lot of things in here. Oh my god. Like what? There was one YouTuber I know opened this and then they found just like snacks. Is that toothpaste? I'm extra curious about this popcorn thing. Trains? There's spaghetti in a can. That's crazy. That's so funny. I really wanted to try what was in that vending machine toothpaste. Too bad I didn't have cash. Maybe that was God's plan. These are not the vending machines I'm looking for, but I just wanted to show that there's so many. I saw this vending machine where you can order ramen and then you go inside and eat, which is so cool. Okay, I found it. Unfortunately, the sriracha vending machine only takes cash or specific online payments that I don't have at the moment, so I couldn't get my bottle of sriracha. And another vending machine. Okay, hopefully this one takes card. I'm in Akihabara, which is I guess the anime district. There's a lot of things here. There's a lot of people here. I'm a little overstimulated. 600 for a cup. Whoa. Please don't crush my hand. Okay, overall, it's really good. It's super refreshing. I feel very healthy, and I'm getting my daily dose of vitamin C, which is really good. Okay, I guess I go for that one. Okay, this means purchase. Costs 800 yen, which is about $5 US. Use the wipe. It's not the best chicken sandwich I've ever had, but it's pretty good. And if I was starving, which I'm not because the orange juice kind of filled me, this would be pretty satisfying. Leah Flights 12 said a lot of interesting things related to some stores, but then she mentioned Warner Brothers. Well, I took the Warner Brothers recommendation. Day 2, let's go. I was all too excited to go in because I just finished listening to the Harry Potter audiobooks, which were amazing. So to see it all come to life on set, let's just say tears were in my eyes. Especially when they first opened the doors into the Great Hall. I think after this, I'll go home and binge all the films because this was so nostalgic. Yes, I watched the films before reading the books, but I wasn't born when the first book was released, and I was like 3 years old when the first film was released. I know that's no excuse. I love this. But if you're also Gen Z and haven't read the books yet, I highly recommend the audiobooks. The narrator is so talented and so relaxing. I've been to the Warner Brothers studio in London, but I gotta say this felt much bigger and had more interactive experiences. They really want the extra step to have rooms for your photo shoots here. And more than 50% of people came dressed up in Hogwarts uniforms, which just added to the vibes and made it feel like I was really in the film. There was even a Death Eater performance in the Defense Against the Dark Arts classroom, and needless to say, I am freaking out. Everything is just so cool. Like most things in Japan, the food here and overall quality are just on another level. Okay, this is definitely not in the London one. This is absolutely so cool. This is amazing. I'm so shocked right now. California 35 says, honestly, just walking through Shibuya and Shinjuku is incredible. Got a lot of time, don't wanna let it slide.
You know, it's a more organized Times Square.
Although we didn't go through the underground passages, it was still fun to walk around the area and go into a few stores.
Everyone's pushing over there. Okay, first stop we have to go to is, of course, the Unicorn.
Can't sleep, my heart is beating faster than usual. Feeling the city lights. Break free, gotta make.
I didn't buy anything last time I got thermals because they have really good thermals, and I'm not gonna buy that secondhand. Now it's time for dinner.
For dinner, we grabbed sushi at a place recommended to Ephraim, and it was honestly some of the best sushi I've ever had.
This is my first time having sushi in Japan.
Quality, good service, like most things in Japan, and overall good prices. I want to go back here every week. I have no idea how to say this. Zez in Live says, Tokyo Disney was the funnest part of our trip. The quality of their attractions are way better and more advanced than the US parks. Well, with a claim like that, how could I not go? So Ephraim and I woke up at 5 a.m. and made it to the park by 6 a.m. to wait in the enormous line for
Disney?
I've been to the other Disney parks in the US, Paris, Shanghai, and Hong Kong, so this was the last resort I needed, and honestly, so happy I had the opportunity to save the best for last, thanks to my theme park YouTuber boyfriend. We started out the day with the classic rides, and this one featured Groot. This is probably my favorite version of the ride for this reason. Can you believe all the Baymax merch? Fun fact, I ran my first marathon in a Baymax hat. Ephraim brought me back from his first visit here. We reserved a spot to ride Beauty and the Beast because the line for this is no joke, 3 hours. But honestly, I would have waited the full amount because everything in this ride is spectacular. Almost cried on this ride from the shock and joy. Then we explored inside the castle, which was a Cinderella walkthrough, and then we went into some shops and hopped on some more rides. Whichever had the least amount of wait time, we ran to. Then it was showtime! And even though I couldn't understand the narration, the music and the visuals were beautiful as always. Then we finished off the Disney day with a chill ride on the Mark Twain riverboat. There's 2 parks in the Disney resort, so we had to come back the next day at 6 a.m.
It's so pretty. About to enter What is this?
Mystery Island.
Is it bird?
Yeah. Submarine down there.
20,000 leagues under the sea! Wow!
We went right ahead and did the Journey to the Center of the Earth ride, and then we headed to Fantasy Springs. I was pretty emotional. I've never seen something so artificially beautiful with magical nature vibes in my life. The Imagineers here are just so elite. Like editing the footage, I feel the wonder as I stare at these views on my screen. The Tinkerbell ride was cute, and I didn't film it, but we also went on the Frozen ride, which was so fun. Then it was lunchtime, which this curry is the best theme park curry ever. As Ephraim continued to show me around and we explored cool new areas, I felt like I was really in a bubble of fantasy. And besides the rides, I could literally spend hours just wandering the areas and walkthroughs, discovering all the attention to detail the makers of this park have. Queen RBF says, had a leisurely stroll through Ueno and Ueno Park. Sat by one of the fountains at sunset till it got dark. Then walked to eat some bomb ramen in Shinjuku. And so I did exactly that. I sat in the park for a while and enjoyed the sunny day without filming too much. And then walked all the way down to Tokyo Station, which is not in Shinjuku, because that was a little further. But we went into a Studio Ghibli store inside the station mall, and then headed underground to have some bomb vegan ramen. Overall, a super relaxing day.
The empire at our fingertips, the autumn to discover. If I would.
That was the best vegan ramen I've ever had in my whole life.
100%.
God, it was just so savory.
I'd like to go back.
Me too.
Honestly, there were dozens more recommendations on Reddit. The post I used had over 270 comments underneath that included things like sumo matches, Tokyo drifting, tons of food recommendations, and a million other places to explore and endless activities to do. I enjoyed everything that we tried here together, but I have to say my favorite is